Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Make yourself feel at home. Today's DIY is going to be a no-sew DIY, kind of to ease back into the DIYs. So I've not done a DIY for a cute 4 months, planning a wedding, and I also happened to be burnt out. So I really needed a break, but now I'm back, baby, and I'm so happy to be back. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. I got a swinging chair, guys. Oh! I am unstoppable. So the first t-shirt we're going to be destroying today is this gorgeous Ralph Lauren t-shirt. It's in a size medium. I got it for $2 at the thrift store, and we love a good bargain. This is such a pretty color, and I thought for summer, hell yes. I'm going to take this top, and this is from a previous no-sew DIY. I love, no, you don't understand. I love this top.
No, I don't think you understand. I'm obsessed.
I'm going to link the tutorial for this one down below. This is what she looks like. She's super cute, and I just think it's one of my best creations. And this is no-sew. I've had this for almost a year. I've been washing it and it's completely fine. And that's the thing with fabric glue. A lot of you ask me, can you wash it? Can you do stuff in it? And the answer is hell yes. Just follow the instructions on your fabric glue and you will be Gucci, okay? So yeah, I'm going to use this as a template because I love how it fits. You can use a top you already have. You can use a shoe. You do what you need to do to get there. So I've aligned the hems because I want to maintain that original hem. You don't want people knowing you made this sleep deprived and sad and heartbroken. You want them to think you're good at what you do. So this is how to do it. Finesse it, fake it till you make it. So I'm just tracing the shape of this very badly. And at the top, I'm going to add just a little bit because I need to fold it over. That way it's not too short. So I'm going to take out this top. So I'm just going to draw a straight line at the top just to make sure our top is topping. I'm just going to add some pins to the inside of my fabric. This will make sure the fabric stays together when you're cutting it out. So I'm just going to cut out this shape. As you can see, this is our top. Well, it's coming together. Give it time, trust the process. And the pins held it together, and that's what you need. You just need something to cling on to so that your mental health doesn't fall apart. And for this top, it has the pins. For me, I have my Starbucks coffee. So same thing. So we've now got our top. It's inside out. That means the right sides are kissing. They're together. They will have a long and happy marriage, hopefully. So whipping out the fabric glue, I'm going to be using Fevicryl. You can buy any fabric glue that pleases your soul. It doesn't matter. As long as you feel it's good quality, just go with it. And when you're washing your clothes, make sure to read the instructions at the back. So we're going to glue down the sides, and I'm just going to keep my pins there because they give me emotional stability. So I'm just going to apply some fabric glue. Be generous, be stingy, you live your life however you want to. So now you have your line of glue. I'm just going to stick this together. Let's see if I can just roll that over. I'm scared. Mama, I'm scared. Okay. I think that did the job. If it did not, we will find out in 2 hours. I'm now going to glue down the other side. I'll now leave this to dry for 1 hour. This has been drying for about half an hour, and I think that's good enough to move on to the next step. I'm now going to hem the entire top just so that it has a nice and neat finish. Actually, let's remove the pins. We don't need them anymore. They are fired. Once the pins have left the island, it's now time to run free. So I like starting at the sides. You don't have to do this. It's just a preference of mine. And I'm just going to hem this You just need to fold in the fabric once. That's it, and just glue it down. So I just do a small section by small section because I find that easier with all the glue involved. I don't like to get entangled in a mess. I don't want to be in a love triangle with this glue. So I like to just take my time and do it section by section. So we're going to do this all around the top of our top, and our top will be hemmed. And that's it. That is our top edge hemmed, and this just makes your top look so nice. And I hope I mentioned this, but you're going to be doing this inside out, so this is on the inside of your fabric. So we're now going to let this dry for a cute 30 minutes. So when you're fabric gluing stuff, you can get through a lot in between. You can fix your marriage, you can have a family, you can get pregnant like everyone's getting pregnant. Honestly, I log on to Instagram and it's a pregnancy announcement every day. I thought that was just a COVID thing, but I think it's a life thing. Like, why are people having children? I'm a child? Actually, I'm not. I need to accept that I'm a fucking adult. Anyway, you can have an existential crisis. As this dries, you do what you have to do to cope. So I'm going to leave this for 30 minutes and then I'll be right back and we can finish this off. Now we will make the ruching cases. So I'm going to, this is about 4.5 inches of fabric, and that's how much I'm going to have as my ruching. I'm just going to do a straight line at the top actually. So I'm just going to draw a line at the top. So at this point, decide how wide you want your strips to be. I'm going to go with 2 centimeters wide because I just like that figure. So I'm going to draw a straight line, not so well. So I'm going to do 4 centimeters. And I'll be sure to mark the 2 as well. So now this is 2 centimeters, this is 2 centimeters, and I'm going to just draw a straight line down just to have a guideline for cutting, because as you know, I cannot cut in a straight line, even if you paid me. And now I'm going to cut them out. The shirt is double layered. I'm realizing I could have just done just one. So I'm just going to use these because there are 2 of them. There we go. And I've got 2 strips of fabric and these are going to be your casings. So I'm going to do a cute 6, almost 7. So I'm just going to do 7, it's fine. So that is the midpoint of my top. So at this midpoint, I'm just going to draw a straight line down. Taking out 2 strips of fabric, I'm going to start with 1 and I'm going to throw the other one away for now. And what we're going to do is on each side of this line, we're going to use this as our center point. That way we have ruching on this side and on this side. So I'm going to add some fabric glue to one edge of my strip and I am going to lay this down on my line. And I'm going to repeat the same process with the second edge. We just glued this strip on this side. I'm going to glue the other one on its right, just like that. We're now going to make a strap. So I'm just going to mark 1 inch. And then I'm going to try to draw a straight line to connect everything together. So we're now going to cut this out. So we've now got these 2 straps and we need to join them together to make one long strap. So I'm just putting the 2 pieces right sides together. They're definitely not even, but no one asked you, Jessica. Okay? Mind your business. And now taking our fabric glue, we're going to glue one edge. That way the pieces stay together. You're going to let them dry and be themselves for an hour as well, or 30 minutes. And hopefully when we come back, there'll be a cute strap that we can stretch to its limits. So here we have our 2 strips of fabric and they've been joined together forever. The glue is completely dry and now I can get into her business and mess with her. So I'm just going to take the ends of the strap and I'm just going to pull very hard. So you can see even with the fabric glue, I'm really pulling and this part is not coming undone. So this shit is for life, okay? Fabric glue, you guys are sleeping on fabric glue, I promise you. So now we have a much longer strap, and now it's time to attach it to our top. And taking our top, which is now dry as well, here she is. I'm just going to turn her upside down. So I'll add a safety pin to one end. This will enable me to feed this into the casing. And I'm going to start at the top and just push in my safety pin. So I'm going through one casing, and then I come out this end right here. Oh God, she's like trying to start beef over here. So once the end comes out, I'm going to pull a little bit more just to make sure that I've got enough strap. And I'm going to then feed this into the second casing right here. And voila, you have fed your casing. So I'm going to now remove this safety pin. And something I like to do to the end of the straps, just to make them look nice, is I cut at a diagonal angle. So I just cut it out diagonally. What this does is it just creates this cute edge, and I tie a small knot at the end as well. Once the knot is tied, that just gives this a kind of finished look, and it's super cute. Once the top is the right side out, you have your beautiful halter top. A different way to wear this top is to tie the ties and tuck in the excess, and you have a cute strapless top. And of course, you can wear it as a halter top as well. And we love a versatile top. So this top is a 2-in-1, and she is fabulous, perfect for those summer barbecues, the summer weather, the heat waves, whatever comes our way. We are prepared, honey. And I absolutely love how this top turned out. For our second DIY, I'm using this gorgeous blue t-shirt. It's a baby blue color. I actually got this t-shirt from the children's section for about $1, and it's such a beautiful smooth material, and I love it so much. So here is our t-shirt inside out. So I'm going to take that gorgeous top I used as a template before. Once your top is on top of it, just trace out the outline. So this is exactly what we did for the first top. I'm going to add a bit of allowance at the top, and this is because my vision is a V neckline and I want some space to just allow me to be me. So I'm just going to add a bit of an allowance at the top. I'm just finessing this at this point, so you can finesse it too. Once that's done, you can put this top away. At the top, you can see this side goes way further out than this side. I'm going to use this side to draw a straight line across. The pieces of fabric are pinned together, and I'm now going to cut this piece out. So we now have our top template, but I need to create the V. That way our life is easier. So to create the V, I'm going to cheat a little bit and use a spaghetti top with the V neckline already. If you don't have this, just measure the center, create your cute little V. You can even put it on and see where things fall. But I'm going to use this as a guideline because it makes my life easier, and why wouldn't I? Because, you know. So I'm just going to use the V shape at the top as my template to get this right and tight. And just ignore the markings you're seeing. That's a mistake. And I'm just going to take this top and lay it on top of my top. So I'm just going to trace the outside. I'm just trying to trace that, and I think that's good enough. I'm going to use that as a template for the other side. So once I have that, that looks like a reasonable amount to just cut out. So I'll turn this around to face me. So I just moved that pin just to make sure the fabric would stay, and I'm going to get rid of the excess. There we go. So I'm going to use the piece I cut off as a template on this other side as well. And that's that. I'm going to cut along this edge and hopefully use that as a template on the other side. So I'll just fold this in half. I hope that's half. I'm just going to fold it along itself. That way I can cut out an even piece on this side as well. Okay, you know what? Good enough for me. So we have our wonky top here, and let me tell you, if you aim for perfection, you're going to fail so many times. That is how I encourage myself when things don't turn out as I anticipated. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hem this side and the entire back. I'm also going to join these sides together. That way my fabric is respecting me. We're going to do the outside edges, the back, and that's it. And just put that down. Make sure it stays in its place. If you do not have glue all over you when you do this, you're doing it wrong. This is a back, and we've done the sides as well, on that side and on this side as well. So because these bits are quite wide and I do want to attach a strap, I'm just going to glue the sides like that and just bring this to the middle. Just both sides, bring them in like that. This creates like a pointed point. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And when everything dries, it'll dry to a point. This makes it a bit bulkier. It would help if you did your V in a cute shape, but this is okay. Not everything has to be perfect. So I'm now going to leave this to dry for 30 minutes and then we'll be right back. So I'm going to turn this right side out because we need to put in some lace, and I'm still going to be careful because this has only been drying for like half an hour. So the glue is not yet completely set. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do a crisscross of lace. I got this, it's like a white packet of random pieces of lace. Sorry, the paper. The paper is so crinkly, but I got this on AliExpress. I think it was $2 for different kinds of lace, which is actually not bad at all. So I'm going to see, I don't know, maybe I go with this thickness so that it's not too bulky. That actually seems kind of cute. So taking my fabric glue, I will glue down this edge. I don't know how well this will work, but it's fine. So I'm just going to add glue onto that edge. And I think it's easier to just do this bit by bit. So just align that with the edge of your V all the way to the side. So just all the way to that point. So just cut off the remainder. And that's it. Now we're going to glue the second side just so it stays in place. I'm going to turn this around like that. Okay, I don't care at this point if I get glue on my hands. It is literally everywhere. And I need to just accept that this is my life now. Look at that. Maybe I should turn this around actually. It's easier to see from this side. And I'm going to finish up the gluing. I think I am using a little bit too much. Don't go overboard like me. Control yourself. So once that's done, that lace bit is glued down. She looks good enough for me. So now the same process you just did, we're going to repeat it on the other side. So on the inside, I'm just going to do the same thing we did for the back, just to make it a better V shape, because I feel like that's better for sticking the straps in. So I'm just going to glue the open edge right here, just as much glue as you'd like. And just finessing this, I want to just make it into a V, like that. Just to have a bit of a V shape at the top as compared to this boxy bit. So I should have just done a better job at cutting, but I didn't, and this is me trying to correct that mistake. Now I'm going to leave this to dry for 24 hours. The straps, I'm going to make them about 1 inch thick, and that works for me. You can make them much thicker. It's completely up to you, but I think 1 inch is good for me. So just cut out your pieces of fabric. Remember, your fabric is doubled up, so you're going to have 2 straps. So you're going to take the ends, make sure they're in your hand, make sure they're not leaving you, and just pull. Pull as much as you can, and you can see this creates like a thinner, beautiful strap. And there you go. Look at that strap compared to this one. So let's repeat the same process, and there you go. You've got 2 cute straps. And now the last step is to attach the straps. So I'm just going to take this bit right there. So you can see the top is the right side out. So I'm just going to add a dollop of glue. So the glue's there, and I'll take one of my straps and I'll attach it so that the rolly side is on the inside. So I'm just going to start with the back over here and just press it. So you will also put this down on your second glue dollop. And I'm going to do the front, and I'll just be very generous with my glue. And I'll do the other side as well. So I'll just take this end and squish it into the glue. Sometimes I spread it out a little bit just to make sure the surface area is a lot and that sticks down. And I'll do the same thing for the other side. Make sure your strap is the right side up. Now that the straps are attached, I'm going to leave this for about 2 hours just to make sure the glue dries down. And here is the star of the show. This top is giving what it was supposed to give. And the fact that this is no-sew, girl, you better run, not walk to make this top, because this is absolutely stunning. And I love how this top turned out. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you do try to make one of these tops. I promise you, you can do this while crying yourself to sleep. They're super easy to make. So I do hope you try and make one of them. And I am really happy you decided to join me for today's video. Thank you for your company, and I will hopefully be seeing you in the next one. Until then, au revoir.